Good evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is koolNews at 6. My name is Skyro. We are live on Cool FM and News Radio 93.1, where we share the latest news headlines that truly care for you. Let's begin with our first headlines. As three more Chinese vessels, including the so-called monster ship, were detected near Bajo de Masilok as the Philippine Coast Guard continues its monitoring efforts of Zambales. Among the three Chinese Coast Guard vessels were CCG 5901, approximately 99.37 nautical miles from Zambales, CCG 3502 at 131.70 nautical miles, and CCG 3103 at 133.97 nautical miles, based on a report issued by PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commander Torella, late Tuesday night. Meanwhile, Torella disclosed that BRP Teresa Pangua is actively challenging China Coast Guard vessel 3304, which was last seen about 82 to 18 nautical miles from the Zambales shoreline. The PCG vessel replaced BRP Cabra on Monday, as the other was tasked with transporting the body of a fisherman recovered from Silungin Island to Subic Port. It arrived at the port to unload the remains on Tuesday morning. Dorla said the PCG is committed to ensuring the safety of our fishermen, safeguarding our maritime jurisdiction, enforcing international law, and preventing escalation of tensions. Okay, so apparently there was some technical difficulties. We apologize for that one. But continuing with our headlines. Massive illegal mining operations that lasted for mere months left scars deeper than its brief operations in Surigao City, leaving residents and farmers in the dust, or in their case, silt and mud. Known for its rich gold deposits, Surigao City and its village have long witnessed mining and quarrying as part of the livelihood of residents. But despite efforts to regulate these, illegal mining and allegedly operated by Chinese nationals continues to work havoc on the environment of the city, with the damage uncertain if still repairable. The alleged Chinese operated mines in Barangay Mabini began only in February 2024 and quickly expanded into its neighboring Barangay Mat-ay by September. With the massive operations, local authorities discovered that the mining was being operated without permits. Following intervention by the Mines and Geoscience Bureau, the Mat-ay site was shut down in October and then the bigger one in Mabini in December. Despite operating for only a few months, the combined effects of the mining were catastrophic. According to Barangay Mat-ay Captain Norberto Berzon, the Mabini operation worsened flooding in the low-lying village. Berzon said in an interview with Incartanet in Filipino, a mix of Tagalog and Surigao. The Mabini mining site is higher in elevation, so whenever there's heavy rain, all the mud and silt flow down to us. We always inspected the mining sites when it was still operating, but the operators just claimed they were processing the permits, he added. Drone shots of the two sites revealed the scale of destruction and costs. Massive open areas where natural vegetation disappeared as it was replaced by barren, muddy wasteland. And President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has certified as urgent the bill seeking the postponement of the first ever election in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Mindanao to October 2025. In the statement from the Presidential Communications Office on Wednesday, it said that it was upper house version of the measure that was certified as urgent by Marcos. The statement read, the President has written to Senate President Francis J. Escudero, certifying as urgent Senate Bill number 2942, entitled An Act Resetting the First Regular Elections in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Mindanao, amending for the purpose Article 16, Section 13 of Republic Act number 11054, otherwise known as the Organic Law for the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Mindanao, as amended. The development must meet to address the Bangsamoro transitional government's urgent need to reassign its governance structure. The PCO said, given recent legal developments surrounding the issue, the president said the move would address the urgent need of the Bangsamoro transitional government to realign its governance structure. It will also ensure that the region's aspirations for unity, inclusivity, and genuine autonomy are achieved. The PCO further said that a copy of the letter was transmitted to House Speaker Martin Romeo Aldez and Secretary Mark Leandro Mendoza, President and Advisor on Legislative Affairs and Head of the Presidential Legislative Liaison Office. The Barnum election was initially proposed to be moved from May 12, 2025 to August 11, 2025. But now, Senator J.B. Erjosito, sponsor of the bill, said it will be moved to October 13 of this year. Erjosito's office told reporters in the text message, the next election shall be held and synchronized with the 2028 national elections and every 3 years thereafter. The Senate version was approved on second reading on Tuesday, while the lower house version, or House Bill number 11144, was approved on third and final reading in December last year. The House Bill number 11144, on the other hand, seeks to reset the Barnum elections to May 2026. It is now 6:11 p.m. as we continue with more news headlines right here on koolNews at 6 right after the break.
Hello, buenas noches Pilipinas. My name is Blue Wave and you're watching Sabado en la Noche with Blue.
Nandito na ang bagong Saturday primetime talk show kasama si Blue Wave.
At may joy transmission po ang SPC bukas 6 a.m. Ay, joy lang po.
Huli!
Pero hindi mo kami katulad. May isang side lamang ang iniisip at tinatanggap.
Kung showbiz balita, teknolohiya, BDAU reading o iba pa, we got you covered.
One last word, Mika, I love you. Bye.
Sabado en la Noche with Blue. Tuwing Sabado, 9 p.m. Dito lang sa Cool FM. Ang inyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan.
You're listening to Cool FM.
Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa.
Dumarami na ang gumagaling sa Sid Panyawan Herbal Capsule. Ako po si Antonio de la Cruz from Northern Cotabato. Dati po sumakit yung likod ko pero ngayon gumaling na dahil sa Sid Panyawan.
Ako po si Kin. At dati po sumakit po aking tiyan at likod at ulo. Ayon, ininom ko yung herbal capsule. Pagkatapos, bigla akong gumaling. Ay bay, natuwa ang aking misis.
Mabibili sa lahat ng drugstores nationwide.
Problema sa prostate? Ikonsulta sa doktor yan at tumumar ng Markup Capsule Food Supplement araw-araw sapagkat nagtataglay ito ng Sopalmeto Extract na ayon sa mga eksperto ng Sopalmeto ay nakatutulong sa problema ng prostate ng kalalakihan. Kaya mag-Markup Capsule Food Supplement araw-araw para always kang ready.
Ako po, si Rafi Tulfo, CIS Party List. Ang tanging party list na kakampi ng inapi. Subok na at tunay na masasandalan magpakailanman. Number 68 sa balota. Saan ka pa? CIS Party List ka na. Tara na!
Barbie Forteza po. And I believe ang taong sa pera ay wais, ang skin pwede pa rin kuminis. And I thank you, Silka Papaya Lotion. Dahil 750 pesos SRP lang, giving na ang papaya enzymes niya. Affordable skincare, di ba? Kaya kung bet mo ay kutis na lit, sa Silka Papaya Lotion kumapit. With regular use, slay it with the skin na giving. Stay lit with Silka. With regular use for only 750 pesos SRP.
1 little, 2 little, 3 na insekto, 4 little, 5 little, 6 na insekto, 7 little, 8.
Para bang laro-laro lang ang ginagawa ng insect killer mo? Ang Baygon Shield Protector Multi-Insect Killer, seryoso. Dahil zero tolerance ito, hindi lang sa 8, kundi sa
11 types ng bugs!
Baygon Shield Protector Multi-Insect Killer. Zero tolerance sa mga insekto. Kills 11 types of bugs.
There's good and there's finger licking good. There's good and there's finger licking good. It's the taste that you crave, and you taste every day. Nothing comes close to match, unmatched. Nothing comes close to match, unmatched. Ito lang ang inaasahan, di nila mapapantayan. Nothing comes close to match, unmatched. Nothing comes close to match, unmatched.
Order KFC via the new KFC app today.
Gusto kong mag-relax pero di ko magawa. Gusto kong mag-relax pero di ko magawa.
Di ka talaga marerelax pag nanakit ang katawan. Mag-Alaxan FR, may relief to relax formula laban sa sakit ng katawan. Relax muna, tapos game ulit bukas.
Totoo ang relax, walang sakit ng katawan. Totoo ang relax, mag-Alaxan.
Heidelin Diaz po, pag totoo ang relief, totoo ang relax. Alaxan FR.
Alagang Unilab yan. Ibuprofen paracetamol is the generic name of Alaxan FR. If symptoms persist, consult your...
One Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman. One Pacman Party List. Champion sa sports. Number 22 sa balota. 22, 22, 22, 22 tayo.
Hello mga ka-efficasan! Si Kay Abaday ni. Naabang may mga sakit-sakit ang gipamati sa inyong mga kalawasan? Ihaplos ra na! Gamit ang Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. Kaysa Efficacent Oil Extra Strength, haplos, ayos! Unsa pa inyong gihulat? Palit na sa inyong mga suking tindahan o butika ug haplos, ayos! Methyl salicylate plus camphor plus menthol is the generic name of Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Tight game! Shoots and it's... Nabitin? Magtusiran Forte with Total Cough Relief Formula. Laban sa dry non-stop ubo, kati sa lalamunan due to post-nasal drip at sakit sa kakaubo.
Tusiran Forte!
Unilab yan.
Dextromethorphan, HBr plus phenylpropanolamine HCl plus paracetamol is the generic name of Tusiran Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Mancha, ang daming labada. Sa unang babad pa lang, si Breeze nagtatanggal.
Based on lab test mud and polyester, results may vary.
Mancha, Breeze 3 washes back.
Kahit 3 times dami ng laba, Breeze 3 washes pack. Refers up to 3 wash loads, up to 18 to 20 pieces per wash. Breeze!
Senador Bongo Bongo, Bongo Bongo, Bongo Bongo na. Mr. Malasakit, Senador Bongo, bisyo ang magserbisyo.
Ako po ang inyong Senator Kuya Bongo, patuloy na magsiservisyo sa inyo lahat dahil ako po ay naniniwala na ang serbisyo sa tao, serbisyo po yan sa Diyos.
Bongo Bongo na. Mr. Malasakit, Senador Bongo, bisyo ang magserbisyo.
Ang numero 1 kailangan sa ngayon. Extra strong ka dapat para di ka mawasak ng anumang hamong ibigay sa'yo. Ang hanap ng Red Horse Beer, extra strong na tulad mo. Lakas. Tama. Kayang tumindig at harapin ang mga pagsubok na parating. Panatag ang loob na bukas na namnamin mo ang iyong tagumpay. Lakas ng tama pero di wasak sa hamon ng bukas.
Red Horse Extra Strong, the #1 extra strong beer in the world. Drink responsibly.
Kasangga, alam mo na ba na ang ating bone formation, collagen production at pampalakas ng immune system ay kinakailangang may kumpletong vitamin C sa ating katawan. Ngayon, alam mo na, dapat mag-Marxia Ascorbic Acid plus Zinc ka na araw-araw. Maging ang pagdaloy ng dugo sa ating mga ugat ay mas maigi kung kumpleto ka sa vitamin C. Ang Marxia Ascorbic Acid plus Zinc ay mabibili na sa pinakamalapit na butika o drugstore dito sa ating lugar.
Hindi ka pa ba nagsasawa sa luma? Dapat bago na. Ako po si Camille Villar. 2 dekada na akong tumutulong sa kabataan, edukasyon, negosyo. Bakit ba dapat may bago? Nagbago na ang pangangailangan natin. Ang liit ng kita, lalo sa probinsya. Scam sa cellphone. Kaya dapat bago ang pananaw. Aksyon, diskarte. Huwag tayo magpaiwan sa luma. Dapat may bago.
Camille Villar. Bagong boses, bagong bukas. This is a paid advertisement by Fine Properties, Inc.
Welcome back. Let's continue with our headlines. As the Philippines and New Zealand began discussions last January 23 to establish a visiting enforcement agreement according to the Department of National Defense. DND Undersecretary Pablo Lorenzo and New Zealand Ministry of Defense Director Kathleen Parse led the negotiations for the status of the visiting forces agreement. The DND said in a statement on Wednesday, a status of the visiting forces agreement will reinforce the memorandum of arrangement between the DND and the Armed Forces of the Philippines with the MOD of New Zealand concerning defense cooperation, which was signed in 2017. It will enable both countries' armed forces to elevate their cooperative activities and conduct exercises in each other's territories, deepening overall defense and military cooperation, it added. The department said concluding SOVFA was among the key outcomes agreed between Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon during the latter's visit to the country last April. The DND added, the conclusion of this agreement will be a significant milestone for the overall bilateral relationship between the Philippines and New Zealand as the two countries will celebrate the 60th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties in 2026. Among the delegates from New Zealand were Ambassador Kathleen McIntosh, Deputy Head of Mission Stacey K1, and an analyst from the MOD, while those from the Philippines include Department of Justice Undersecretaries Raul Basque and Dennis Arvin Chan, Presidential Commission on Visiting Forces Undersecretary Antonio Ampulan Jr., Department of Foreign Affairs Assistant Secretaries Island Mendoza Raul and Patrick Chua Soto, as well as DND Assistant Secretary Eric Lawrence Tiwai. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has approved on second reading a bill seeking to rationalize excise tax rates on tobacco and vapor products to curb the decline in tax collections caused by illicit trade. Nueva Ecija Representative Michaela Zhuang Singh stressed that the measure, if enacted, could result in an aggregate revenue recovery of 66 billion pesos across 5 years. Sponsoring House Bill number 11360, Swan Singh noted that while the 2013 Singh tax law initially succeeded in reducing smoking rates and increasing revenues, collections have been falling annually since 2021. She pointed out that excise tax revenues dropped from 176 billion pesos in 2021 to 160 billion pesos in 2022 and further declined to 135 billion pesos in 2023. Meanwhile, adult smoking prevalence rose from 18.5% in 2021 to 23.2% in 2023, driven by the proliferation of illicit trade. Swan Singh said illicit cigarettes pose a serious threat to peace and order as they fund illegal activities. Deputy Speaker and Iloilo Representative Christine Sinson Mihan, a co-sponsor of the bill, argued that the increasing tax rate is no longer effective in reducing smoking rates. Citing a study by the Food and Nutrition Research Institute, she emphasized that adult smoking prevalence has grown, while adolescent smoking prevalence has doubled from 2.3% in 2021 to 4.8% in 2023. She also pointed out that illegal tobacco volumes and tax collections continue to decline despite yearly tax increases, while illicit trade is continuing to increase. And the Department of Health Cordillera Administrative Region on Tuesday advised the public to avoid attending gatherings and festivals when not feeling well for their protection and to avoid transmitting infection. Jenny Aspria, Chief of the Communications Management Unit of DOH CAR, said the agency has released an advisory through their social media page to encourage the public to take extra precautions. The advisory said, as part of the preparations for festival season in the Cordilleras, the region anticipates increased public mobility and mass gatherings following the influx of tourists and visitors. Along with these comes a greater chance for the possible spread of infectious disease. The Department of Health Cordillera strongly urges everyone to practice the health reminders to partake of the festivities safely and healthily, it noted. Australia said cleanliness, especially on the personal level, including preparations, is a major factor in preventing the spread of disease. She said individuals should be mindful when surrounded by children, pregnant women, senior citizens, and other immunocompromised individuals. And for the international headlines now, as the World Health Organization on Tuesday urged the United States to reconsider its decision to suspend funding for HIV treatment programs in developing countries after President Donald Trump ordered a freeze on foreign aid. The UN health body said on X, adding that it had deep concern over the funding pause, "We call on the government of the United States of America to enable additional exemptions to ensure the delivery of life-saving HIV treatment and care." Shortly after his integration, Trump signed an executive order directing the United States to withdraw from the WHO, a body he has repeatedly criticized over its handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. In response, the WHO said that it was reviewing its priorities ahead of the withdrawal of the United States, its largest donor. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump named her as the youngest White House secretary in history, and Kathleen Leavitt unveiled a Gen Z style shakeup as she made her debut at the famed podium Tuesday. The 27-year-old immediately announced that she was opening up the briefing room to TikTokers and creating a new seat for new media, echoing her boss' wider overall of the U.S. government. After Trump focused on podcasters in his election victory and bashed legacy news organizations, Leavitt said she would be following his revolutionary media approach. But some things don't change. Leavitt admitted that the pluralist former reality TV star Trump will end up taking much of the limelight himself. As we are running out of time, we will now head over to Showbiz. The Movie and Television Review and Classification Board, or MTRCB, addressed a false claim and clarified that Johnny Depp's Pepsi Paloma film is not under review at the moment due to incomplete requirements. The regulatory board The regulatory board stated in a release on Wednesday, January 29, through attorney Paulino Cases Jr., vice chairperson and chairperson of the Hearing and Adjudication Committee, contrary to a false claim, the MTRCB hereby serves notice that the Pepsi Paloma movie is currently not under review due to incomplete requirements. It can be noted that Yap earlier said that his upcoming film will decently give the root of a legal tussle involving the director and actor host Vic Soto would be submitted to MTRCB for review. It is now 6:30 p.m. and that brings us to the end of koolNews at 6. We will return with more news headlines later with koolNews Prime Time at 10:30 p.m. Until then, I'm Cairo, and coming up on Cool FM, the Fast Stuff. Good evening.